Well, I would like you all, please, to give a round of applause to these marvelous people. You know, in 1985, I was a part of a meeting that happened in Washington, D.C., amongst the, quote, leaders of the animal movement. And the idea that what we were all discussing is, where do we go? What do we do? And, you know, what's next? And everybody, you know, sort of said what they wanted to say. And when it came time for me to speak, I said, I think we ought to put all of our time, all of our labor, all of our energy, all of our passion, all of our resources into one thing: vegan advocacy. And people looked at me as if I was nuts, which I may be, but they nevertheless thought that that was an absolutely crazy suggestion. And they said, well, you know, that's just not practical. I said, no, it's very practical. It's the only thing that's going to work. I lost that debate or that discussion, in that everybody else in the room other than I wanted to promote animal welfare reform, because animal welfare reform, you know, it wasn't good, but it was going to get us eventually to animal rights. And I said then, and I say now, and I think the empirical proof is there, animal welfare, making animal exploitation supposedly more humane, which it doesn't do anyway, but supposedly making animal exploitation more humane is not going to end animal exploitation. All it's going to do is make people believe. It's going to make people more comfortable about continuing to exploit animals. I said that then. I maintain that now. I think it is clear. And I also think that had we done what I was proposing in '85, think about this, if we put all of the energy, all of the resources, all of the labor that we have expended on Proposition 2, cage-free eggs, crate-free pork, Meatless Monday, and all of the bullshit that we've been pursuing for those 31 years, we would be well on the way to a vegan world now. And if anything, things have gotten worse. Things are less radical than they were in 1985. The energy of the movement is so incredibly reactionary. Basically, the movement has become an arm of institutionalized exploitation. Animal groups, every single one of them is basically a partner with institutionalized exploiters to make people feel better about consuming animals, exploiting animals. That's not going to work. That's only going to push matters. It's only going to push things backward. And that's exactly what it's doing. But there is hope. You are the hope. Okay? They are the hope. See, this ain't my struggle. It ain't their struggle. It is our struggle. And you know what? If we screw up, the most vulnerable victims on the planet will continue to suffer by the billions every year. It's time that this stop. We can stop it. It's hard work. It's real hard work. It ain't writing a check to some multi-zillion-dollar organization. It's doing it yourself. But you can do it. You heard what all of these people are you. We are all the same. These are people who, as Anna said, a lot of these folks are not natural speakers. I'm sure that a number of them were very nervous when they were speaking to you. It's not a natural thing to be in people's faces talking about, however nonviolently they're doing it, however congenial they're doing it. It is still something that most people find difficult to do. And we all do it because we got to. Because if we don't, nobody else is going to do it. It's not my struggle, not their struggle. It's our struggle. I want to thank Bob Linden. I want to thank Anuj. I want to thank Michelle. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Ben. I want to thank you. Peace. Woo!